Hey, Andrew. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. Oh, you're muted.
I got it.
Let me unmute you here.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
How's that now? Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. Perfect. Andrew Chiaramonte. Did I pronounce that right?
You know, Brent said that you did, and I think it's acceptable. I mean, I grew up with Chiaramonte, okay?
Chiaramonte.
It's Chiaramonte if you were going to be Italian-esque, okay? And
All
it's
right.
based on the French Clermont. It means the same thing, Clear Mountain.
Oh, right. Well,
Let's go with Chiaramonte.
Yeah.
All
Also,
right,
your background
Chiaramonte.
shows that you're ready for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us about the film.
Well, you know, this has been a thing that's gone on for a long time for some reason. Back in 2014, I was in Cannes with a distributor out of Canada who was representing it. And we had a great response to the trailer that we had at that time from Universal and from the biggest buyer in Japan. We had a big celebration dinner, and then they went out of business 2 weeks later. So it's been the distance between 2014. We shot it 3 years ago in Flagstaff, Arizona. And it's something that I've never been able to get away from. I always was very concerned about the idea that even though this was genre, that there was subtext to it, okay? And, you know, excuse me, Alan, I think that remarkably you did talk about this in your review, which, thank you, okay? I was always concerned whether or not that aspect of the film would be seen or revealed. And basically the idea that we are composed of a duality, okay? Yin yang, good, bad, black, white, whatever. And then this script allowed us, the opportunity to deal with that, and then in terms of a historical basis also. So Young and Cursed is about the good and bad that potentially exists within each of us and how we deal with it and how we combat it and how whether we can be successful against it or not.
Oh,
I see.
what are you doing, Chris?
I got the trailer queued up, and it freaked me out. Okay, let's watch your trailer, but I'm getting it queued up, so I had myself muted, and then the trailer, like, it starts with a shocker.
Okay, cool.
Let's actually put up the trailer here, and we'll watch it together, and then we'll continue our conversation. And if you have questions, please. Let's hear your questions for our audience. Here we go. Young and Cursed.
Hi, I'm Kira. Come in.
Does this have anything to do with the eclipse?
I'm not sure. You're not going anywhere.
She's evil!
You think we're all going to die?
If he wants to escape the eclipse, he needs us.
Who are you?
She's a demon.
She's growing stronger by the minute.
Yeah, see, that's why I got a little freaked out there before, when I was now. No AI was used to make this movie, but you had a lot of special effects.
Oh man, yeah. You know, our editor who was on location with us spent a year and a half refining that, and to me, I was like the Pope with Michelangelo. when will you make an end? When will you make an end and come back? When I'm done, because it would take them a day to do 8 seconds sometimes. Anyway, yeah, they were extensive, and we didn't have a full department of people. We had one creator and one assistant, and it just took a long time. Yeah.
And then how does one put together the financing to make this movie? Like a film of this, is it going to, like AFM is happening right now, the American film market.
Right.
This seems like a movie that they would be all over because horror is hot right now. I mean, it kind of always, it's a genre that's a staple for indie. But the finance, how do you make those planets align?
Well, I wanted to say also back in the day, yes, I agree. You could make money on this with your video cassette sales. Okay.
Yeah.
We lost that. We lost DVDs. We lost that. Yeah. Okay. So now you're in a jungle where the only thing you can do is compete, because and then, by the way, I do want to answer your question, but the wonderful thing about independence today is that you can make a project for a price, but then put it up against 10,000 other projects made for a price and see if you can find an audience that will be responsive to it. So as far as the money is concerned, I was watching your previous interview with another Italian, okay, who does everything with he does everything with data, okay, including AI. AI will tell him when it's a go, and so on and so forth. We're not that sophisticated. I mean, I put my hand out, okay, and that's what it is. It's local investors taking a chance, okay, and God damn, man, it's like being at a horse race. You don't know what this outcome is going to be.
Right.
You don't, because the number one thing that drives film, I think, in terms of the marketplace is cast and star billing. Okay, we don't have that, and we can't afford that, because that brings in a whole other thing. I mean, we're a non-union shop. Okay, that's the way we're able to make films. And once you get involved with unions, then it becomes a whole nother thing altogether. Okay. And in many ways, you lose control of your ability to do something for a price. So, I mean, we are truly low budget, independent American cinema right now. And I love being there, and it's a frightening place to be, but it's funded by friends and family and, enemies and whoever's got some dollars that they can kick in. That's the reality of this game.
I got to guess it's partially your money as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And can you thread the needle to make money on, if you do, like, look, you're not using AI to analyze it, but horror hits with people.
Yeah.
Do you look at like, well, movies at this level make this much, I'm going to make it for slightly below that to make sure I'm profitable?
I don't have that formula, okay? What we're doing is we're really focusing on demographics. We're focusing on powerful tools like YouTube, the 800-pound gorilla, okay? In our launch month, we launched October 3rd. We've added a platform since the original launch, so we're on Fandango at home now. And then the big gamble is January, we're going to be launching on Tubi TV. And the idea is that it's not just to get, because the money in Tubi is just really scary. I mean, we have another picture that did 2 million views last year. We got $13,000 back for 2 million views from a distributor that we're with. So you're not looking to pay you're not going to get money back, I don't think, on your negative cost, okay? But maybe 10 as a marketing tool. Let's say because easily we got 40,000 views on my last film, and we pulled it because the money was ridiculously low. But let's say that we play that out, which we're intending to do with a strong campaign behind it, and we get to 100,000, 200,000 or more, okay, then a percentage of that hopefully will reserve word of mouth, which is still going to drive this thing. And maybe that word of mouth will lead to people who are willing to spend $1.99 or $2.99 to rent it, if you know what I'm saying. And the other thing that we've really come to realize is it's not a weekend any longer, and it's not a month. It's a year, and it's 5 years and 10 years. my original title that was shot, I hate to tell you this, it was released in 1995 by Sony, okay, Together. It's a romance. It's still running, and that was the film that had 2 million views last year on Freestyle Distributing, okay?
We've got over 2,000 people watching live right now. We've got a lot of questions and comments in the chat. Let's go to our chat comments here. Tony, Youthful Ego, Elias says, Chiaramonte, molto bene. There's no swearing.
Grazie.
No swearing. Ginormous J says, horror is evergreen. And Fedorovsky says, New Year's Evil is a classic.
My co-writing partner and co-producer, Emmett Alston, directed New Year's Evil. Okay, that's the relationship to that. Okay, among also being George Lucas's first cinematographer at USC. Okay, and good buddy. Okay, so he's been around the block and did a lot of kung fu movies, by the way, for one of your followers that wants to see more kung fu. Okay, so that's our relationship to New Year's Evil. He didn't write it; he directed it for Canon back in the day.
Oh wow!
Among other things.
David Markham asked, what cameras were used?
Blackmagic 16. I guess they captured it in 16. Okay, we've released it now in 4K and in HD and in standard. So it's available. And unfortunately, iTunes is the only one who's carrying it on 4K. We don't seem to, our aggravator Bitmax doesn't have a relationship with the other platforms right now for 4K. Don't ask me why. You know, we get a report from Google. We want to know exactly what the difference is between YouTube and Google movies, and we can't get that separation right now. So for marketing, it's making that very difficult. I'll tell you what I am very excited about Facebook. We put together a brief little thing and we had AI voice, okay, kind of catchy. If you're young and cursed or you know someone who is, you're going to love this movie. And we did 200,000 hits on that in no time. So I'm really...
I'm just surprised to say you're excited about Facebook. That's, I haven't heard anyone really say that. But
you know what? If they're going to be the audience, if they're going to be the audience that's going to want to click on it for free, fine. I mean, it can't be prejudice against anything right now, you know. But Gen Z lives there, and I think, you know, if you're making a movie,
Gen Z too.
I think you mean TikTok.
I think if you what?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. What did I say?
You said Facebook.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, my.
Hey, TikTok. That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
Okay, sorry. Okay, no, no. Guys are getting me too excited here. Okay,
it's all good. It's all good.
No, it's TikTok. It's TikTok. TikTok was the breakthrough for us.
Yeah.
And we're really specializing and we're looking at it very seriously right now. And I think we're going to put, and you know, their dollars, it's not, everything's serious, but it's not the kind of big dollars that you think, oh, Christ, it's going to break us. Google, YouTube, that's, you know, kept hitting 500 here, 500 there, 500 here, 500 there. But we broke 400,000 views of our channel. So, you know, and then I don't know what impressions means exactly. It's been explained to me, but we got 1.4 million impressions on what we've done. And I hope that this is where we see, to answer your question, to how you might recover your money so that you can go and do the next thing. Okay. It's not theatrical. Okay. The main platforms are not coming after us yet. Maybe they will. I don't know. So what we can do is we can release it and market it, advertise it, and pray for it. That's where we are.
Sons and Shadows. Sons and Shadows says you mentioned home video being lost, but is there an option for physical media for Young and Cursed down the road? Some of us remain collectors and believe in physical media.
We're going to do that. We're going to have a DVD, and I don't know about Blu-ray, possibly Blu-ray. It turns out that Patrick O'Malley, who's a brilliant young composer who did the score for this, he has a release on the score coming up right now. And we've negotiated to have physical product for the score also. So, yeah, I think physical, please make it available, you know?
Alan, you had a question. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are we anywhere close to cracking the distribution nut for indie films? It seems like you have a good plan, but is the plan being tested right now? Or
it's being tested, but here's what I was facing. We were offered, I have a relationship with Freestyle, and they've been very good, very honorable. Okay. And I've been with them now for over 6 years. I've actually won the second loop of a distribution on Together. And they were intransient. I said, look, we have a payout quarterly on the previous film. They said, well, we're not doing that anymore. It's going to be twice a year with a 90-day holdback on whatever. And I said, come on, man, I don't need you to hold money for 9 months. And that doesn't seem reasonable since we have a relationship, and they would not change. And I thought, you know what? So we got it together, thinking about it, and we said, let's try this. Let's try this ourselves and see if it can work. And
yeah,
I don't know.
You're not the only one.
Well, I would say, Alan, like having released films myself as well, the formula for profitability for indie movies is constantly changing. It's this plus this and whatever, and this service, you put it all together equals profit, but that formula is always changing. So there you go. And last question here from Michael Bisping: is this on Shudder? And
no,
but where can people get it is the big question. Thank you, Michael, for your question.
it's on the Google, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play. I'm getting being briefed.
So all the big VOD. It's on video on demand.
Right, exactly, and for purchase also, obviously. Yeah.
Right.
So, and then, like I said, we just the other day on the 4th of November, we added Fandango at Home. And they do a nice job. It's and we're very happy with Bitmax also. We've got a nice presentation at each of those sites.
Well, that's my, I buy and rent movies on Fandango, or it used to be called Voodoo, but whatever. That's where my digital collection lives. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Congrats on the film.
Thank you.
Come back again when you have another movie.
Absolutely. And thank you guys. Really appreciate being with you today. And Alan, thank you for the review. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Awesome. Take care, Andrew. Thanks.
Okay. Bye, guys.